Hello, I am hopping on now so I can get this together. I am going to start in 2 minutes exactly. Just make sure I'm even active or going live right now. If somebody hopped on, that would just help me out. Are we good? Yay, someone's on. I swear I thought I was going to talk to myself tonight. Okay, good. It's showing I am on. So I'm going to turn that off. Okay, good. So we got some viewers. I'm going to give it one more minute, okay? I don't want to be late and I don't want to be early. And hopefully it remains quiet around here, but we'll see. Thank you so much for hopping on, guys. One more minute. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Kimmy. I like seeing names I know. Thanks for hopping on, for real. I really did think I was going to talk to myself. Sometimes when I make my team videos, no one actually watches it live. They always watch it after. Okay, 6 o'clock. Woo! So, this little project, it's called R.E.V.A.M.P, just started. Well, first let me introduce myself to you guys. My name is Kristen Trusty. I wish I didn't see these. How do I get rid of those? Oh, maybe I can't, because I'm on my iPad. I should have probably did my computer. So my name's Kristen Trusty. I am a director for Team Smellin' and Sellin'. I've been a director for a long time. I actually made director in 2013, and it's 2019. Good Lord. Okay, so I've been a director for a while. I started, well, first thing before I get into my story, I did want to say how I have heard a couple times lately, or just from like different people, and we'll just call her Nancy because you know she's kind of negative. Negative Nancy says, I don't have a story. My story's not important. My story doesn't mean anything. I want to stop Nancy right there because Nancy, your story is important. Everyone has a story. It's unique. It's unique to you and it's unique to your experiences. So be proud of that. Recognize the significance, or, you know, realize the significance in that. Sharing your story is very important. And it's very important to help you grow as well. So if you don't have a story, and you're wanting to revamp your business, you need to sit down and think about what your story is and how it started and how you ended up where you are. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a reason why we joined. Everybody has a reason why we picked Scentsy. So just don't think that you don't have a story and that it's not important. I want you to go home, or you guys are probably all home, but I want you to write it down and be proud of it. Be proud of that story and where you came from. And I say that with a lot of love because I was the same. I thought my story should be just like somebody else's, or just like hers, or just like theirs. And no, everybody has their own story, and everybody's story is unique and important. So, okay, so my story. I signed up in 2011. I was active duty Navy myself, so I was an officer in the Navy, and I had an 8-month-old daughter. I really, really, really love candles. I love scents. I love fragrance. I love smelly goods, everything. And with my 8-month-old, she started crawling around, and you can't have that. So I started doing some research, and I saw Scentsy came up, and I visited my family, or my husband's family in Oklahoma, and my mother-in-law had a Scentsy warmer, and I was like, whoa, where'd you get that from? Because you can't just get Scentsy, right? You can't just go online and buy it. You have to know somebody. So I was super excited about just smelling all her little wax bars, and she still has the old wax. It's so funny. And then, so I messaged Chase, or she had started a Scentsy party, and so she was already, like, she already knew about it, and I knew she was my go-to person. I was like, because she always knows the trends, and she knows, she's just smart. She's super smart and creative. So I asked her, and I was like, where can I get Scentsy from? Do you know? How do I buy it? And she said, well, why don't we just join and we can buy it from ourselves? So, I mean, I did. She did. She signed up, and then I signed up like right after her, and we have just not stopped since. So 2011. I kind of started it during a time when my husband was on deployment, so I had some time to just commit to Scentsy. I just kind of jumped in, and we started earning the trip and earning points, and I was like, whoa, what's this? After that first season, I earned my first trip. We went to Punta Cana, and Chase earned for her husband. So we had a great time. It was just best friends hanging out, and I mean, gosh, Scentsy treated us so well. Then we went to Reunion that same summer. It was the first time we went to Vegas, the first Vegas, so 2012. And we were just kind of like standing there in the middle of the convention center and like just like looking around at all these Scentsy consultants and just all the love and passion, and it was like amazing. So that was when we decided that we were all in and we wanted to just jump and we wanted to make it happen. We were both like, we're going to be the directors, we're going to walk across that stage, and we're going to make it happen. So little thing for me on that. Chase has always been a super motivator and super like helpful. We've always bounced ideas off each other, and we kind of just went back and forth, and she really has grown her business, and she's such a great entrepreneur and leader that I love it. And she made Superstar Director so quick, and I loved her, and I was so proud of her for that. But I couldn't do that. I wasn't there. I don't have 3 directors in my pocket. I don't have the same qualifications to get me there. And so for a while, I was starting to kind of like compare myself to her, or like kind of think that I wasn't living up to my potential, and yada, yada, yada. So I want to throw this out there. Even if it's your best friend, your cousin, your sister, don't compare yourself to somebody else. Your business is your own business. Your style is your own style. Your uniqueness is your own. Everybody has their own. So don't compare yourself to somebody else. Don't think that their timeline is your timeline, because it's not worth it. It's just gonna be like you're being Nancy, okay? It's gonna make you feel like you're not getting where you want to go. So I say that because I started my business in San Diego, and then we got orders to move. So we moved to Washington State. In Washington State, I had to start over. I started over my business, and I had to connect to my customers in California. So I know there are going to be other military wives out there that can relate, and you guys are all doing the same thing as me on a 4-year rotation or 3-year rotation, constantly like revamping your business or redoing your business. So we ended up just this past year moving back from Spain. So we got orders to Spain after Washington, and I thought that, you know, it was just going to be an amazing experience there, which it was. We did so much traveling, and we did a lot of stuff. I loved it. I had a great time. But I wasn't able to grow my business where I wanted to. I didn't get where I wanted to go. So now I'm back in the States where I have access to everything. I even have Vistaprint back. I got Amazon 2-day shipping. I'm like loving life right now. And I'm ready to do what you guys are doing. I'm ready to revamp. That's why you're watching this video. It's because you want to know what it takes to do this. I have literally just been jumping in and doing all these things. So my experience in Spain, it was amazing, time well spent. I learned a lot growing personally, and maybe I didn't grow my team as well as I wanted to, or I wasn't the best sponsor for some of them, or I wasn't the best communicator. We were 9 hours ahead, so it was very hard for me to contact the people on the West Coast that I had my front line. It's very hard to get on the phone with them. One of my girls, Denise, who I'm promoting, or I'm like just so excited for her to make director this fall. She's going to do it. She's amazing. It was hard to do that. So yes, I loved being over there, but now that I'm here, I'm like counting all the positives. So I have notes. I had to write some notes so I didn't get super off track, because I have the tendency to do that. So now that we're in California, like I said, I'm back to the things that we all are accustomed to as Americans. I'm back to like two days shipping. I mean, that's just amazing. And it means it's time to revamp. It's time to get back into building contacts, to making contacts. It's time to keep my contacts too. Like, I don't want to give up all those people that I have already started building relationships with. So I'm going to jump into Revamp. And I do want to say that I am not the smartest person. I'm not the best seller. I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the, I'm none of those things that makes me any better than anybody else. So what I think that you should listen to me. Why should you listen to me? Because I want you to revamp with me. If you don't want to revamp, or you don't want to change your business, you don't like where it's at, then maybe this video is not for you. But I have done these things. I've said the same thing. I want to revamp. I want to change. I want to grow. I want to sponsor. And I've said the same things. I've acted the same way. I've gone through the motions. But then I didn't get anywhere, or then I stopped. So I'm just the same as you. I'm just the same as you. But once you get in your head that you're ready to make a change, then that's when it's time for you to do the actions, okay? So listen to me. I promise you this will be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to get into Revamp. I was being so cute last night, and I just made like a little revamp. So I'm going to talk to you guys about my little acronym here. So the first word, I'm going to make this kind of easy for you guys to remember. So the first word is recognize. R. Recognize who you are and who you want to be. What are your goals? What is your why? Remember that reason why you started Scentsy? That's your why. It can change, it can adapt, and it can evolve into something else. So just always remember, why am I doing this? And why do I want to do this? Like, why am I doing this and why do I want to? Because that's going to keep you motivated. That's going to keep you pushing. And I don't mean pushing customers for sales, and I don't mean pushing one person to sign up. I'm just saying keeping yourself accountable for all the things that you have planned for you. So recognize. Don't make yourself feel bad for being who you are as well, okay? So from recognize, you need to recognize those goals that you want and write them down. Please write your goals down, because if we don't write them down, then we don't know what they are, or we're not going to be able to recall them, or we're not going to be able to have a vision, or we're not going to be able to make a plan. So that's going to be your first thing. Just recognize who you are and what you want to be. The next thing for revamping yourself is to accept. Accept yourself. Accept who you are. I'm just going to say that. Accept yourself. Don't compare yourself to anybody else's business. Everybody else's business is different. Everybody runs it differently. Yes, there's so many great ideas, so many great consultants to model yourself after. They say that you surround yourself with 5 people who you want to become, or who you want to be like. 5 people. And those 5 people should be the best people that you know, because that's who you want to be. You don't want to be the worst person. You want to be bringing yourself up. So accept who you are. Accept what your potential is. And accept your purpose. Everybody has a purpose. You have to accept yourself. You have to accept what you were put here to do. Okay? You have to accept and love who you are before you can even make a change, really. Before you can go from A to Z, you need to be willing to face the truth, face yourself. So like I said, you guys want to write these things down. You want to write down those goals. You want to say, I am this person. This is what my number one, number two personality characteristic traits. This is my best qualities. Because when you go to an interview, that's what they ask you too. What are your strongest points, and then what are your weakest points? So those are the things that you need to know. Where am I weak at, and then where am I strong at? Write those things down. Get a notebook. Gosh, I was telling Chase, I can't even, I just dropped everything. All these notebooks that we get, these beautiful notebooks that have these motivational sayings, sometimes only like a few pages are written in. So grab one of these notebooks and write it down. Write down all the things. Make a plan right now. The biggest thing in accepting yourself, you'll be able to move forward. So that's my big, I guess, hoorah on that one. You'll be able to move forward. Okay, so moving on. Value. Value. Now, I'm not saying value like you're a valuable person. Yes, of course you're a valuable person. Of course you're important. Of course someone loves you. Of course I love you. Of course you have great friends. So, and I don't mean money. I don't mean value money. I don't mean to put importance on a car or put importance on your house. Add value and love to those around you. Connect and build relationships. So if you want to revamp, you need to add value to your community. You need to go out and put yourself out there. Start making and building relationships. Okay, so military wife here. In the last 8 years, we've moved 3 times. So my poor little baby daughter, she has had multiple elementary schools, multiple babysitters, multiple best friends, and we all continue to keep separating. The first things that we do when we get to a new community is we meet our neighbors. We start small. We find a church. We find different parts of the community that we want to be in. We join the MWR groups. We join, volunteering for Girl Scouts, or just get involved in doing something. Add value somewhere other than just this little box, just this own little, stop looking at just yourself. Stop looking at what's woe is me, or what do I need, or what, add value and love to others. Reach out and put yourself in a position where you can start making relationships happen and grow. And I'm not saying to do this thinking in your head, I'm just going to sell them Cincy. I'm just going to get over there and I'm going to get that girl to sign up, and I'm going to get that girl to sign up. Yes, amen. Think that. Absolutely think that. But in reality, that's going to turn everybody away from you. So I don't even tell people that I sell Cincy right away. And I know a lot of people are like, what? It's mostly because as soon as I give you my name, as soon as you see the back of my car, I might even have a shirt on, or my hat, or something that says Cincy. So I don't even have to tell you I sell Cincy. As soon as you look on my Facebook page, you're going to know. So that's why I don't go into a conversation saying, oh, hi, my name's Kristen. Yes, nice to meet you. I sell Cincy. There's a place and a time where you can do that. Absolutely. But not when you're trying to build relationships and you're trying to show people that who you are, that you love them, that you care about them, that you're here to volunteer, that you're here to do this, or I just joined the PTA. What? I never thought I would do that. At the last school, I didn't even do that. But I did it here because that was something new. I had started meeting my neighbors, and turns out my neighbor is the president. So I was like, in the back of my mind, oh, I'm going to get this girl to do a fundraiser. I was thinking that. But of course I didn't say anything like that to her. I was just like, hi, nice to meet you. Oh, you have a daughter. Oh, you have a son. Let them play. That's we are actually in base housing, so it's super, super close. This is not our forever house. We kind of took a downgrade in our size of our house just so we could live in one of the most perfect places in the United States, which if you are doubting me, look up Coronado. It is amazing. So add value and start building that list. List of 100. I'm not the first person to say that to you. Make that list. And your list of 100 can always be your contacts that you already have. It can have all those people. If you have a list of 200, you're better than me, okay? Just start making that list. Start adding those new contacts to that list. You might not reach out to them this month as soon as you met them, but you will, and you will start. And like, I'm going to see every single neighbor walking their kid to school at the same time. So, you know, I'm slowly building relationships. That's the first thing that I think I do for my business now that I want to revamp, you know, now that I'm getting my mindset changed. Okay, so we got recognize, we got hashtag accept yourself, and then we have add value, + add value. Now my A, this is when I start talking about money. A is amplify, okay? So amplify means make it bigger, make something bigger. Take what you have and double it. It can be everything. It can be the money. It could be your promotions. It can be your recruits. Take what you have and double it. It can very, very, very much be your take-home paycheck. So whatever you need to focus on, what is important for you? What makes you feel successful in your business? That $2,000 a month paycheck, that two new team members, that annual mentor, annual sales. Like, what if your goal was $3,000 in sales every month? Like, what if you really weren't looking at your paycheck? You're still making a killer paycheck. So just take what you have and double it, triple it, quadruple it. Hey, sky's the limit. That's why I think I have always been drawn to sales, because we don't have a limit. You don't have to stop. And really in sales, you don't have somebody breathing down your neck telling you to work and work and work. You have to revamp from yourself, from within. This is something that you are doing for you, for nobody else, maybe your family. Okay, so amplify. If you are focusing on money, you need to get well acquainted with our compensation plan. Get your sponsor on the phone or your director and have them talk to you about this compensation plan if you don't understand it. Because for a long time, I didn't understand where I was actually going to make money. And you start making money when you're growing, when your team is growing and being successful, when your girls are promoting, when your girls are not only promoting, but promoting to director and then first generations. And what are all those? What's a second generation director? Okay, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. So get that compensation plan down and understand it. I'm not going to show them. Money. If money is also your goal, then you might want to budget. You will want to set up a way that you can track your own income, your money that you're spending on your tools, your business supplies, whatever it is, just track it. Track it, budget it. If you are turning around and spending every dime that you make with Scentsy on Scentsy, then that might not be beneficial to you and your family. So if you're talking money and you're amplifying, you need to find out where you are, where your focus is going to be, where you're at, and then come up with a plan for this, like, in between. How do I get there, right? So what do you need to grow? If you are focusing on amplifying your front line, you might want to check in with your front line first. Kind of just make sure that they're good, that you got a good relationship going with each one of them, and then get out there and meet people. Have those contacts, build those relationships, talk to people about joining Scentsy. Maybe you need to change your conversation from selling Scentsy and sharing Scentsy to sharing the business opportunity. So I don't know where you guys are all falling negative or strongest points and your weakest points. You are going to be the one that knows that. So write this down. Grow. What do you need to grow in that area? So that's what I mean by amplify it. Grow it out. Double it. Make it bigger. And then the next one is going to be M. M. What could M mean? I had a little while trying to figure out what was the most important word I could say for M. And it's movement, okay? Move. Get your butts up and move. I have been there. I have said, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. I love Reunion. I'm going to just put a little plug in there right now. I love Reunion. Okay, not just from the first one, but I love it from that one too because it kind of gave me that seed. It planted its own little seed inside me. I love Reunion for a couple reasons. One is because I get to see my girls. It's our yearly girl trip, which I might have seen them already on the incentive trip, but it's always dependent for me. So I always get to see my girls. We always have an amazing time. We wear the best t-shirts designed by my cousin. And we get all the first-hand products. We get to see them, touch them, smell them, taste them. Some of us taste them. But I love Reunion because it makes me feel like I can do it. It energizes me. It revamps me. It gives me that like, okay, buckle down. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. Okay, so I come home from Reunion and I have all these plans and all these things, but then you can just sit back and then forget it. Forget what you thought. Forget how motivated you were. Forget. I can just be like, I'll do it tomorrow, or we'll think about that. Yeah, I need to recruit somebody. Okay, I'll think about it. Who can it be? And then like what? I get on watching TV and then I'm like totally lost my whole train of thought, my whole motivation. So I love Reunion for that. If you've never been to Reunion, you should go. Salt Lake City is going to be awesome. I know it's beautiful there. I've never been to Utah, so I'm excited. And I hope to see you guys there. And if you see me, please come up and say hi. So movement. Make a move. Make a plan. Action plan. Okay, I was an officer in the Navy. I 125%, I'll say 150% believe that you should have a planner. This is my Scentsy one. I got this one last year. Have a planner. Okay, so when I left the Navy, it was very hard to go from having a career, a very potentially prosperous career, to being a stay-at-home mom. And it made me feel like I was nothing. Like it made me feel like I had no one to talk to, that my day was a waste, that I didn't do anything productive. I didn't get paid today. I had nothing to show for it. I had no money. I had nothing. And so I think that we get into this kind of, or I got into this kind of like, well, all right, I went to the post office. So then I took my planner and I started writing post office, check. Groceries, check. Prep dinner, check. I had all these things that I didn't get paid for, but they were in my planner. So I love planners. I still even put on there, had a conversation with blah, or in my planner I might even say, I don't even know, let me open it. Let me open up an example. Verizon, call Verizon, call back. Verizon, call back. Make journey packets. What else is on there? Make pre-call Google Doc. I mean, that's just an example, but I swear having a planner will change your life. Some people can't do it. This is my solution for those of you that can't do it. Most of us have this iPhone, right? And if you don't have an iPhone, you probably have a different smartphone. In your smartphone, not only do you have a calendar, not only do you have reminders, but most of us have a talking person like Siri, right? Siri I just say, hey Siri, set me a reminder for this. Hey Siri, do this. Hey Siri, set in my calendar a date for this. See, she's already talking. She thinks I'm talking to her. If you can't do a planner, then do that. The other thing that I absolutely love on my cell phone are notes. I write notes constantly. And someone, I want to say it's another superstar director that I've been watching tons and tons of videos from, told us how to do like a new folder. So you can't even see my phone. So I made new folders. One's for Scentsy texts, one's for online parties. So for my online parties, I can do it much easier. So if you're not a paper and pen person, that's fine. Just get an action or get a planner or get your phone, however, get a notebook, whatever it is, and write it out. Make a move. Make something happen, okay? You can't just have all these, yes, I wrote down my goals. Yes, I know who I am and my potential. Yes, I want to add value. Yes, I'm adding value to those around me. Yes, I want to double my income or my growth. But you have to do it. That's one of the things that I think we stop at. We don't need to stop anymore. Stop stopping. Stop stopping. It is a roller coaster ride. Keep it going. Sometimes we hit the lulls. That's fine. Just keep it going. Don't stop. Don't give up before you have given it enough. Okay? Make movement in areas that are helpful to you too. Okay, so like I had mentioned, I have been watching tons and tons of videos from the OG Boss Babes. These girls, give me a minute, buddy. You gotta go back to your room. These girls are so funny, so real, and so smart. So I'm not actually sure how to say her last name, but I know her name's Chloe, and one's Kristen, and another girl's Chastity, and like I've just been watching all their videos, and I'm loving them. They're great. So if you get on YouTube channel and find the OG Boss Babes subscription page or YouTube channel page. Buddy, you gotta go, okay? Sorry, he's making me forget what I'm thinking of. So I've been watching that, and I have been going crazy with making samples. This is just an example of a sample. This is the new pet sample. And of course, these aren't my bright ideas, girls. I did not come up with this. I didn't even know where to buy these. I have to ask my cousin for almost every great idea, and it's okay, but I'm making them. I'm doing them. I'm going to take my samples, my actual products, and move them. I'm sending them to people. I'm passing them out to, I went to the doctor the other day, and I just passed it out to my doctor. I was like, hey, here you go. Do you have a pet? Here's a little doggy treat for him. Make a move. Move your products. Get our new products into our customers' hands. Another move I have been doing is rebranding. Not saying like you have to go out there and, I don't know, pay a professional to redo your whole face and redo all your hair, and no, I'm just saying make something change. Make a move in a direction that is positive for you, for your business. I've gotten my headshots recently done because I know that I need to make new business cards. Like I said, I couldn't use Vistaprint overseas. I could have had somebody order them for me and then mailed them. Yeah. But now that I have Vistaprint back and I can have them ship it to my house, I'm redoing my business cards. I've redone a whole bunch of labels, and I'm gonna show you some of this stuff. But like I said, I did not come up with this. I've been watching those videos, the OG Boss Babes. I've shared this on my team, and I'm like so pumped from just watching them that I want you guys to do the same. And I said the same thing to my team, my team page, or on my team page to my girls. Making your own brand, making yourself available? No. What is the word I'm thinking of? Make yourself who you want to be, right? Rebrand yourself or brand yourself with who you want to be, what you want to look like, what you want your customers to see, how they can recognize that this is from you, how they can recognize you on the street. Like that's, hey, that's Kristen, because I can already see that she has a Scentsy hat on or a Scentsy shirt, or that's her driving on the street because she has Scentsy on her car, or you know what I mean? Brand yourself with labels, business cards, your story. That is you. Brand is you. You are the brand when you are an independent consultant, when you're an independent representative. You are the company. You are your company. We just have awesome products that we're selling. So brand yourself in whichever ways you can. Hop on to that YouTube channel and start watching these videos. Watch them on your free time. I had one of my girls just tell me she started listening to it on Bluetooth in the car. So she's like getting training as she's driving down the street. So do that. Just do something. Take action for your business. Okay, so enough on movement. Now the last one is P. Excuse me, I put this in my own little quotation marks. Prioritize. P is prioritize. Prioritize your life, really. What is important to you? What is important to you and your fam? Your fam bam. What is important to you? Is it time? Is it organization? Is it having freedom to spend with your kids? Whatever it is, prioritize it, okay? So if you want to work on your business for 1 hour every day or 1 hour Monday through Friday, do that. Prioritize in your schedule. Yes, we are all busy. Yes, we all have all the other excuses. We have kids doing this and kids doing that, and I got to run here and I got to drive there, and you're talking to the same person. Like, I've been there. I did it. I drove my daughter to and from school every single day from one town to the other town because she didn't go to school in our town. She went to school on base, and then, oh Lord, it was a mess. I was constantly in my car, constantly spending gas. So what are your priorities, and prioritize it. We are all busy. The videos I mentioned are OG Boss Babes. It's I know her name's Chloe Lebetard. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry. But OG Boss Babes, if you just look them up, her team is Anchored Sense. Super awesome. I mean, they've changed my mind. So, hi Shannon. Okay, back to what I was saying. So yes, we're all busy. We all have that. And some of us have a 9-to-5 job. Some of us, Scentsy is our side gig, and that's great. That's great. I mean, if Scentsy is not your main business, your main focus, hopefully you're not running 2 or 3 or 4 other small businesses at the same time, because I don't know how you do that. You'd have to have like 5 different assistants. But prioritize if it's important to you, and it should be. If you want to revamp your business, you need to make a time for your business. Make yourself accountable for this. And during my revamp, I am constantly talking to my cousin, so that's one thing. But I recently told her that I need her to do calls. I need to talk to her on the phone. I need to see her face. I need to show her some things. Have an accountability partner. Have somebody that can help you make sure that you're doing what you said you want to do. You know, this is your idea. This is your business. No one else is going to make you do it. So you need to prioritize and have an accountability partner. Okay? Set business hours. Now, if your business isn't super huge, or you're not, like, you're just starting out in Scentsy, this applies to everybody. Set hours for yourself. If you're not working your business every day or at least 5 days a week, then you're not giving yourself enough opportunities to grow, to revamp yourself. So make your schedule, set business hours. If your priority is to spend your evenings with your family, like have dinner, cook dinners, have dinner, sitting with the family together. And then for me, I mean, that's what we do. At 5 o'clock, my alarm goes off. It says, okay, Kristen, you need to leave work. And you can see my work is not that far from the kitchen. Like our house is, like I'm telling you, way small. So I have to set an alarm that says, okay, leave at 5 o'clock where you're sitting, whatever it is you're doing, and go over to the kitchen and start prepping dinner. And when I'm doing prepping for dinner, I'm working with my daughter on her homework. 7 o'clock or 6:30 rolls around, then it's bath and bedtime. Like, it's very important for my kids to get a lot of sleep. We lived 9 hours ahead of our schedule, so not that we're really catching up on sleep anymore, but our schedules are always constantly changing, have changed when we go visit family on different coasts. So for us, that's a priority. Sleep is a priority for my children because they need it. Children need that to grow. So set those times, set alarms in your phone. I have alarms for everything. I even had an alarm go off 15 minutes so I can make sure I hopped on here. So do that. And for prioritize, utilize your planners. Utilize your phone, your calendars. If you have a family calendar, make sure your stuff's in there. Make sure you guys have a plan with your own family, and what's important to you guys is having the weekends free, and then don't book parties on the weekends, you know? So that's what you gotta have to figure out. If you want to get your business back and running, you're gonna have to set hours, and you're gonna have to make sure that you do those things in those hours. Do not take your business hours and sit down and start scrolling through Facebook or Instagram. It's not gonna help you. You get caught up looking at everybody else's stuff that 2 hours went by and you didn't do anything. So one of the other things I'm going to say that I have just loved is having my binder. This is my tracker, and watch those videos because the girls go over trackers. Have a tracker for everything. So anything that I need to do, I have monthly to do in here and my weekly to do that I can write down and check off. I have a section for all my frontline. I have a section for my team reports. I have things that I am constantly every day I'm coming to this binder and looking to say, okay, it's week 2, what do I got to do? What do I know I have to do today? What do I know I have to do in week 4? I mean, it's about to be, it's about to be the 3rd week of September. Oh my Lord, yes it is. So we're already well into our 2nd month of the incentive trip period. So if you're earning points, you need to be tracking that too. One of the greatest things about being organized is you can start really focusing on where you need to change, where you need to revamp, where you need to make a move. So get online and on YouTube and watch those videos. Check out anybody's videos. If you ever have a question about anything, you can always YouTube it, how to place a party. If you're a new consultant and you don't know some of the first things because maybe your sponsor didn't tell you, or maybe they're just not very good at connecting, do it yourself, honey. I'm gonna say it right now. Too much we rely on other people to prepare us, and really you need to take your own initiative. I'm gonna say congratulations for taking the initiative and starting a business, but starting it and making it successful, there's a lot of time in between that, okay? So if you are revamping your business, don't give up. Don't give up where you're at. Recognize where you're at, accept where you're at, add value to where you're at, and then make that change, okay? Make that change. That's going to be my number one forever, is you can't just accept what you have. So I'm going to stop there. I don't even know how long I've been talking. Okay, 40 minutes. That's not too bad. If there are anybody that has any questions for me, I can hang on here for a minute. Go ahead and type them if you have any questions for me. But the videos were OG Boss Babes, YouTube channel, make a binder, make a plan. What else? Gosh, there's so much stuff I could probably talk about. But I do have to get my kids in bed soon and fed. Oh my gosh, we're behind on our schedule tonight. But at least I was lucky enough to get on here and kind of share a little bit about me. Please add me as friends if you want. And hopefully I see you guys either in Bermuda on the cruise. Whoop, whoop. If you're going to Amsterdam, it's amazing. You're going to love it. It's one of my most favorite cities I've ever been to. But if I don't see you in Bermuda, I'll see you at Sensi Family Reunion next year in Salt Lake City, because I am definitely going to be there. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Love you all. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Roxanne. Hi, Beth. Thank you, Glow. Thank you. Hi, Shannon. Okay, I'm going to hop off here. So, again, get moving, okay? Revamp. Revamp that business. We can all do it. I've been with Sensi 8 years, and it is time for me to jump back into my business and give it what I got, right? Give it all you got, because you never know how much time we have, really. And I know I can make my dreams, and so can you. So, all right, girls. Bye. And guys, hopefully. Bye.